horoscopes, anything alternative I could get my hands on in Ohio. Like there's not a very cosmopolitan area. But then as I got into college, I like dove into self-help and the issues that were that I was experiencing in my life. And somehow in there, I got my hands on a feng shui book, like how to do it yourself. And that was the beginning of me diving into like something that I thought was fascinating. And I just started reading and studying, and I was like working a day job, and I went into master certification. I spent a year and a half doing master apprenticeship certification, one-on-one training with my master teacher. And I was sort of building my business slowly and doing this for friends and family on the side. And I one day, my job, that we all got laid off. That was like a miracle day for me. I was planning for it. I could see it coming because I was looking at the energy and I knew it was going to happen. And so I was like, it's my day. I can go do feng shui full time. Like, yay. And that's what I've been doing. That's how it happened.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So
Yeah.
did you actually travel to China to actually work with the master and learn all this feng shui?
No, she's based in Texas, and she did master training in Malaysia with the Grand Master Yap Cheng Hai, who's the Wu Chang mastery lineage descendant. And he actually passed away before I got into feng shui. And so I did all my training with her. And since then, I've connected with other master teachers, and I've had the opportunity to go to Taiwan and experience other parts of the world, and surround myself with these incredible practitioners and teachers who have these incredibly powerful secrets and wealth formulas. And this is the kind of stuff that you don't find in a book. You have to meet these people in person. You have to get the translation orally. And so I'm a classically trained practitioner, meaning that my practice is rooted in the classical text. It's not a westernized or modern sort of intuitive, if you will, approach to feng shui. It really is very specific. It uses a lo pan, which is a Chinese compass, and we take a very specific direction of the property, and we work with the orientation and the flow of qi and energy in a space. It's really, really beautiful when it's done well. And when it's done well, your house still looks like your house. Your house doesn't have to look like a Chinese antique store, because we're not using like trinkets and objects and frogs and rabbits and things that we hear about with feng shui. It's not like that.
That's awesome. So this may sound like maybe a little bit of a silly question, but I'm sure people probably ask you that. Do you actually speak Chinese too then? Did you have to learn some Chinese, or how did
I
that?
Yes, I don't speak Chinese as like a second language, but I learned enough Chinese to read the essential components of a Lopan and some of the poems. And there are some very specific characters that you like must know in your bones in order to do classical feng shui. And so I spent many hours doing flashcards. um, yeah, so it's to be a classical feng shui practitioner, you don't have to read the classic texts in Chinese, but you do have to know a good amount of Chinese characters in order to get through the key fundamentals to understand what is happening, because Chinese